A lot going on in this election, and to help kind of break it all down and look at some of the key races, we'd like to bring in political analyst John Dadian right now. John, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, I know you got just a little bit of sleep.
I got a little.
A little bit. Let's talk about the 50th District and Duncan Hunter. I got two things. One, what do you make of him being so quiet right now after winning? And number two, what happens next?
There's a famous game called Where's Carmen Sandiego? So this morning, as Mimi Alcala is probably playing the game, Where's Duncan Hunter? It's kind of bizarre. You would think he would at least issue some type of statement thanking his supporters. I mean, the canned type of statement they issue. We haven't heard anything. So next is his trial's coming up, and it's probably coming up quickly. I think at this point, the feds are going to move quickly on it, and we'll see what type of resolution. It's a 47-page indictment, and I've read all 47 pages. It is so specific. I don't see how, even if some of the charges, he gets out of, I don't see how he gets out of all of it. They're very specific. He did this on this date, et cetera. So we're looking at that sometime in the near future, there's going to be a special election.
Could be interesting in the East County. Let's look at the other assembly, or rather congressional race, the 49th district, and that's between Diane Harkey and Mike Levin. What do you make of what happened yesterday morning with Darrell Issa, basically throwing Harkey under the bus?
I know Darrell very well, and I was totally surprised. There was no reason for it. Clearly, she's responded, and she's very bitter about it. But as far as the results of that race, the writing was on the wall. As I said on this station just the other day, there was going to be a couple surprises, but overall, no big surprises, and that certainly wasn't a big surprise as far as 11 win.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what the polls anyway were showing heading in. I want to talk about some local measures here. Measure G and E, there was a lot of press, a lot of play on this, and you saw the results. Measure G, the SDSU West winning and getting the votes needed to actually happen. Measure E, 70% said no.
Again, the conventional wisdom was they both were going to do well, and then G looked like it was going to do a little bit better, meaning it would have taken. So that the fact that E just got killed is stunning all of us. None of us saw that coming. So we're analyzing it right now to see what happened on that. But G did pass, and it will now. But it's going to go before the city council, and there's so many things they have to tweak on that. So you're going to see, over the next year, a lot of attention being paid to that and what the city council actually does with it.
And finally, one more question about Prop 6. We saw statewide that it looks like it's going to fail and the gas tax will stay in place. Here in San Diego, it passed, though. Why do you think there was the difference between what voters here thought about it and what voters across the state thought?
Oh, well, the first difference, of course, it was a birth here because of Carl DeMaio. So everybody here, the voters were very aware of it, whether or not what side they were on. So they knew it. Statewide, we keep forgetting it's a big state. And, it was very hard to get the message out. And again, the money was all on the no side. So it was pushing a pebble uphill, actually, to get it passed.
He's blaming the wording. Do you think that he has anything to say about that? I mean, do you agree?
I agree completely, absolutely. Again, I pride myself, I use the phrase, I talk to the average man or woman on the street, and right up until yesterday, everybody was confused. Everybody was asking my opinion. John, I want to repeal the gas tax, so is that a yes or no? That was the question I was getting. So Carl DeMaio is 1,000% correct.
We saw in our polling that was playing out as well, depending on how you asked that question.
That was confusing.
Waiting for official results to come in on a lot of those. Thank you, John, for helping us talk through some of it.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.